888-7753-773. Sean, first time caller out of California. Sean, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hi, Jesse.
Hey, Sean.
How are you, Jesse? I've been listening to you for about a year, and I've been doing a silent prayer in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evenings. So I've been married for quite some time.
How long?
And I would say about 4 or 5 years I've been married.
Okay.
And we got together before, I was in a fallen state.
Right.
And so now, I mean, she pretty much agrees with everything, you say. And she started doing the silent prayer, but she's not really consistent. And the reason why I say that, because the hell is still in her. And
right.
And it comes out. And I'm just at a point where I heard you mention the fact that if your wife starts acting like that, you kind of check out mentally and let her stay in her hell until she's ready to overcome what she's going through.
Yeah.
So I've been kind of doing that, and I mean, I know that she's not happy about it, and I know she doesn't like that.
She doesn't like the fact that you checked out psychologically?
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. And she knows that in no way, shape, or form she has any control over me whatsoever.
Right.
And so I'm just continuing to do that. And I just wanted to get your advice about
that. What type of advice?
As far as, should I just keep doing that? Do you think that's the best way to go about it?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it is.
It absolutely is. You have to stop. You have to check out, as you use the word, psychologically, and just work on you and work on yourself, and let her live in her hell and her misery. Unless she is ready to work on herself, there's nothing you can do about it. All you can do at times, maybe, hey, you need to overcome that. Let's say she's acting out, overreacting emotionally, right? You need to calm down. Your anger, you're in that anger right now. But there's nothing you can do about it. And it's hard on a couple when one is working on themselves and the other one is not, male or female, right? And so, and do you have children with her?
Not with her. I do have kids from a previous marriage.
Oh, okay. And so you have to just check out psychologically, meaning don't be angry at her. Don't let what she does or say or get to you, because it's not her, but it's the evil that's in her. And just let her suffer in her hell. That's all you can do. Because those spirit of evil, they are not content at knowing that they can't control you.
Correct.
They already have control of her.
Right, exactly. And I don't take it personal, because I know, like you said, it's not really her.
Right.
It's the evil spirit that's in her that's making her behave the way she's behaving.
Absolutely.
And I don't give in to pleasing her, and I don't give in to, she always talks about going on trips, going here, going there. And I'm like, my job isn't here to please you. Right.
That's right.
As a husband, I'm here to take you out of your personal hell.
Yes.
But you don't seem to see that. So, and I don't ever argue with her. I stick to my point. I finish my point, and I move on.
Nice.
Whether she wants to accept it or not, that's up to her.
Yes.
And so I did go to my mom when I did originally start listening to you. I did talk to her. I said, look, I apologize for resenting you. I know you couldn't help it, because the same thing happened to you. So I understand that now. So I do apologize for resenting you. And she just kind of accepted it. She didn't go off the wall or anything like that. And
good.
Right. And then I talked to my kids as well. I told them, look, because even before listening to you, I always try to, take responsibility for my actions. And when I did make mistakes, I always owned up to it. I never dodged from, taking personal responsibility. And when I started listening to you, I even told them, look, it took me all these years to figure out how to come out of my own hell. And I don't want you guys to be in this hell.
How
You
many
guys need to come out of your...
How many children you have?
2. One
And,
boy and one girl.
and you've been married before?
Yes, I was.
And
For
so,
a very long time.
And so the woman you were married to now, she's been married before?
No, she was married before, yes. She was.
And does she have children too?
She had one.
Really? What made you marry again to a woman who's already been married, knowing that she is wounded and that she hates men, she had problems? What made you marry again, knowing you've been married already, have children? What was the purpose of getting married again?
Well, again, I was in my fallen state, to be honest with you, Jesse. I mean, I didn't know any better.
That.
I felt, hey, I needed, I just felt it was natural just to have a family again. But originally, I made a horrible mistake, of course, marrying someone, because I felt like, hey, my mom was an only mom. I mean, she was
Your mom was the only mom?
No, I meant to say a single mother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I meant to say she was a single mother. So I felt like, hey, it was okay. Again, I was in my fallen state. I didn't know any better.
Yeah.
So I made a horrible mistake because I just wanted to get away from that house. I wanted to get away from her.
From who?
From my mom. So I got married young.
Oh, you were living with your mother. And so...
Yeah. Right. I was 23 years old, 24 years old.
So when you first got married, you did it to get away from your mother?
That's what I realize that now.
Oh, okay.
Because I hear you talking about why people tend to do that.
Yeah.
And it just makes perfect sense.
And why did you marry a second time?
Again, I was in my fallen state. I felt like, hey, it's natural to have a family, So,
but why did you, and I understand what you made, even though I'm asking this question, why did you get married to a woman who already been married, had children? You married someone else's wife.
What, the first time I did that, the second time that I married now, she was married before when she was really young too, but she doesn't have any kids or anything like that.
So the first time you got married, you married a woman who already been married?
Who was married, yes.
And she already had children?
She had one child, yes.
And then she had one by you?
Two
with you.
And a girl.
And then you broke up with her and you went and married another woman who already been married before with a child?
Yes.
Why?
No, she doesn't have a child. No, she doesn't have a child.
But she's been married before.
She was married before when she was very young, yes.
So why marry these women who've already been married?
Again, I didn't know any better, Jesse. I was in my fallen state.
Oh, okay.
So I really didn't know any better.
That's amazing. And
yeah.
And why have you stayed with the second one? Now that you're waking up, what has caused you to stay with her?
With the woman I'm married now?
Yeah.
Because to be honest with you, Jesse, I feel I'm not into hopping relationship after another relationship and just walking away. I don't think that's the right thing to do, to be honest with you.
Why not? But what? No one is telling you to hop in another relationship. I'm just asking. You with another woman who'd been married before. She has no kids, but what has caused you to stay with her, especially knowing all the trouble she's giving you?
I mean, to be honest with you, I think I'm comparing both women, and I think the one I'm with now, in comparison, she comes from a home with both of her parents are together. She doesn't have any resentment towards her parents.
Who?
Or her father. She has a good relationship. My current wife.
That's not true.
Oh.
So just to be clear, with your first wife, you have 2 kids, right?
Correct.
With your second wife, you have no kids.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Why do you say she has a good relationship with her parents?
Because I've seen their interactions. I mean, I know she has a temper with her mom. Because her mom tends to be a little bit overbearing.
And so why would
And
you say she had a good relationship with her parents then?
I mean, because I think conflict occurs. I mean,
Not if
she's
you
in a
have a
fallen
good
state.
relationship.
Yeah, I mean, they don't fight or anything like that. It's just
Conflict is a
every.
fight.
No, it is. You're right. It is. It is. But what I meant to say was, it's not every single day. It's very rare if it ever happens. You know,
But it's
she
still a
does have
fight, and she's still not
No,
at
it is.
peace.
Yeah. No, you're right. No, she's not. And I'm doing what I'm doing to make her see, checking out mentally so she can come out of her own hell, so she can see.
But that's not a reason for you to do that. You should check out because you're working on yourself and you want to come out
Exactly.
of your hell. Don't do
Exactly.
it. Don't do it to try to influence your wife to come out of her hell, because
Oh no, not at all. Not at all.
I thought you said you were doing you checking out so that she can come out of her hell.
Well, right, because I'm working on myself. That's priority number one for me. But
Right.
in addition to that, I'm checking out mentally. So with her. So I mean, the reason why I'm married with her, Jesse, because I know you've said before that there's no such thing as her being a good person, because human beings in their fallen state don't have love.
Right.
You shouldn't look for love.
Right.
They don't have love to give.
Right.
And I completely understand that. But it's just, like you said, wait and see. I'm kind of doing the wait and see kind of thing.
And wait and see what?
If the Holy Spirit guides me to stay or guides me to leave.
Well, okay. Well,
I guess that's why I'm just kind of doing the silent prayer 3 times a day, because I feel that's what I need.
Right. And how are you dealing with? I mean, you checking out. How is she reacting to you not arguing with her anymore?
She's fine. I mean, she doesn't go crazy or anything like that. I know deep down she wishes things were different, things were better. I could be wrong, but that's the impression I'm getting.
Has she forgiven her mother?
No, she keeps talking about her childhood, how amazing it was. And I even talked to her about that. She says, I don't really have anything to forgive. I don't have any resentment towards her. And I go, how about your dad? She goes, I love my father. She goes, I don't really have any ill will towards either one of them.
But if she didn't have any resentment, she wouldn't have conflict with them, or mother, or anyone.
I agree. Well, I agree. She doesn't really have any issues with her father. She's close with her dad.
When she asked her father why she didn't protect her from her mother, what did he say?
Oh, she doesn't. She hasn't gotten to that point in her life.
So this woman is not working on herself. Then you said she was working on herself.
I agree. Well, she's basically saying, "Oh, I do the silent prayer at work." She just barely started. She says, "I do it at work during lunch," and she does it on the couch at home. When I do it on the couch, and I don't force her to do it. I don't influence her. I just like to sit up and do it. So we only have the living room, and obviously the bedroom. We don't have anywhere to sit. You have to lie down. So like you said, you have to sit up.
So let me do this because I got to run. You have a question for me?
Yeah, I just wanted to know your advice. I just wanted to get your advice, and I think you've given your advice. You've
don't be angry at her. Right. You're not responsible for her coming out of her hell. Don't let her interrupt you in that coming out of your hell. And so the only way you're going to do it is that you got to psychologically not pay attention to her. You got to check out and let her just go through her hell. And if she's ready, fine. If not, you'll be fine.
Right, exactly. And happy Men's History Month.
Thank you, Sean. Happy Men's History Month to you.
Thank you so much for all that you do, Jesse. I really appreciate it, man.
You're welcome.
You're absolutely amazing. Thank you.
Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it, all right?
I will, Jesse. I definitely will. Thank you for your time.
All right, buddy.